Okay, friends, here's the deal. It is too hot today to edit. I cannot sit here and stare at a black screen. It's too hot. Too hot. I want to just have this like cold piece of cloth on my face, but I have bangs, so I can't. Um it's too hot to edit. I think I need to change up my Vetus schedule here because like I need to start like editing at night for the next day instead of doing it like in one day, like Vetus, once a day, because it's getting too hot to do in the day and too bright. So I think I have to be like a day ahead and edit at night. Yeah. So this is gonna be unedited. I thought we could read together. I thought that could be fun. I'm gonna set a 20-minute timer or something, and then we can just sit and read, like a read-along type video. I know that booktubers make these sometimes. I'm not a booktuber. I kind of would like to be. It seems like a nice community. My issue is I don't read. I'm trying to get back to that. I should have prepared this. I will be reading this. It's a poetry collection. Sappho's poetry. I don't think you're supposed to read this in 20 minutes. I don't think you're supposed to sit in 20 minutes and read all of this. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm really sorry if you can hear my computer. You probably can. You most definitely can. And I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll be reading this. Comment what you're reading below. And then we can just sit and read together. I think it would be fun. This that you can see here is a bag of chips. I will not be eating chips. I don't like chip stains on my books. Yeah. Do you like my shirt? It says rat art. It's Soup for Eloise merch. A Twitch streamer I like. And I got this for Christmas/birthday from a friend of mine. She's really nice. She bought me 2 t-shirts and a hoodie, which is way more than I expected. This merch was released in December, and I was like, hey, I kind of want to buy this, but I also don't want to buy myself anything in December because it's almost Christmas. And then she was like, what's your size? And so now I have t-shirts. Okay. Book time. And just set a timer. I don't know why I decided on 20 minutes. I just feel like that's an acceptable video length, I guess. Timer. 20. Start. Let's make sure the sound is on. And then let's get reading. If I see anything very interesting, I'll probably tell you about it. But other than that, it'll be just the quiet buzz of my computer. I wish I could read them as they were written, but I don't speak that language. And translated poetry is probably not as good. I love. Oh, it's already gone. Oops. I love when old books have like little context chapters. Like, okay, this is like directed in the wrong way. Like this one has a foreword about right, the contents here has a preface about Sappho. Then we have chronology. That's what it is. Which has like essentially years of people who are mentioned here. Like we have birth dates are birth and death proof. And the dates are birth and death dates for people. So like Sappho, Alcaeus, Aristotle, Menander, Aristophanes, I don't know. Catullus, I don't know. Horace, Dionysus, Ovid, right? Like little things, and then like why they are relevant here. Some of these have like helped preserve Sappho's work. And then there's an introduction, and there's further reading, and then there's a note on the text and translation, and then we get to the poems. I love this. I think this is great. The only thing that comes to mind that's like similar to this is when I read Romeo and Juliet as a teen. I don't know. I was probably like somewhere between 12 and 14. And the what am I gonna say? Right. There's like context for certain phrases and ideas and aspects of like life in Shakespearean times. And there's also like a stage guide, like a diagram of what a stage looks like. Because Romeo and Juliet is a play. And it has like, it shows you what a stage looks like, so that when there are instructions on, I was about to say on screen, but on the page of where people come from or where to look, what to do, it makes sense because you know the way the stage looks. Because those stages, like, is it contemporary? Is that the word for right now stages? But like right now stages don't really look like that. And I think that is really cool. I really love when books give you historical context for things. I think that's great, and I think it's a way to ensure that meaningful works can live on. Because, like, as someone who has been on a stage a couple times, reading Shakespeare without that context would probably be a bit confusing, because I'm used to square stages. There's squares, there's a behind stage area, and there are two side stage areas, maybe just one side stage area, where you go in or out. You have to be really quiet. And the audience is just like in front of you. But with the Shakespearean stage, there's like up and above, there's like circle stuff going on. It's really cool. I don't know if it's a better stage than the ones we generally use now, but I think it's good to put context in old books or old works, just old works. I really like the way that Romeo and Juliet was formatted. I'm just excited about that, so I'm going to talk about it for a bit. Sorry. Like on this side, they had stage directions, and then on this side they had dialogue, and I think that's so cool. I wish scripts were like that. Really, I wish I could have, like, whenever I was acting, which I haven't in years, I wish I had like a little booklet with stage directions on one side and script on the other. I think that would be very useful to me. I think that's very cool. Okay, sorry. I'll be quiet now. This mentions the Great Library in Alexandria. Which I'm not entirely sure exists. Or existed. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a myth. I'll have to double check that. From what I remember, from what I've, like, looked up on the subject, the Great Library that was burnt or destroyed or whatever is kind of a myth. There were 2 libraries in Alexandria at the time where the Great Library would have been there, and it had a lot of stuff in it. But it isn't this, like, great, like, building of infinite knowledge. Like, there were good libraries in Alexandria that had works from a lot of different countries because they would travel and they would copy work and they would bring it to the library to exchange ideas. But it's sort of been, like, mythologized and made into this much bigger thing than it was. Possibly as part of the whole thing where, like, I don't know, was it the Renaissance? I don't know, some time in history where Europeans were basically like, oh, the ancient Mediterraneans were, like, really smart. Really smart. Which they were, admittedly, had a lot of stuff, and we still value a lot of their contributions to, like, science, I guess, math, and art, but they were definitely, like, put on a certain pedestal at a certain time in history. I don't remember the exact time. And people will use this, like, greatness of ancient Greece or Rome to excuse trying to, like, return to traditions, and, like, conservatives use it to be like, oh, but things were so much better before. They weren't. They were not. My friends here, the majority of my friends who watch my videos are Norwegian. It's kind of, to my understanding, it's kind of like how Vikings are really cool, but certain people take it too far and are really gross about it. You know? Okay. I know I said I was going to stop talking, and then didn't. I'm going to do it now. I like reading and talking about books. I should do this more. I don't know if this is interesting for anyone else, but I like this. I think this was nice so far, even though I have barely read, like, 4 pages. It's not true, it's more than 4, right? I don't know. There's so many things here I want to Google. What is the Sapphic stanza? This is beautiful. We really only have like fragments of the majority of Sappho's work, and this chronology thing is literally just like how we have the pieces we have. Some of these are like librarians and like people who work with this, like it's their job. But some of them were like, one guy, I don't know why I assume it's a guy, some person referenced one of her poems in a letter to someone else, and we have it because this person wanted to send their friend, their lover, whatever it may be, a poem they really liked or that described them in some way, and that is so beautiful. That's like imagine if your entire Spotify playlist disappeared thousands of years from now, but they have 2 songs because you sent one to your best friend and one to your partner, and that is all that survived. It's so beautiful and so human and so intimate, and I love that. I wish we had all of her work, of course, but I think it's so sweet that that's like an example of like how we have these things because someone cited her poetry to someone they cared about. That's so sweet. Okay, I'm on to the introduction now. I've been taking too long to read this. Sorry. That's it. I barely got into actual fragments. I just read my first fragment. But this was nice. I don't think I have a bookmark here, so I'm going to post it. And maybe we can do this again sometime. I had fun. Did you have fun? Did you read? Like I said, I'm not gonna edit this, so this will be it. I'm gonna try to edit tonight, so that tomorrow's video will actually be from the vault. No, yes, it has to be, because tomorrow is Growing Together Day. Yeah. I'll see you then. I will see you then. I liked reading with you. It was nice. I hope you liked reading with me. I might want to do this again somewhat often. Like maybe once a week? Maybe every other week? I don't know. We'll see.